you to play teacher right now, Professor Marty. All right, I got you an apple here. Brought the teacher an apple.
Last time someone took an apple for somebody, they went to sleep for a long time. I'm not trusting you.
We got the whiteboard, Marty. Here you go.
I'm cool with the whiteboard because a whiteboard would be nothing without the black ink.
That's correct. I did not think you were going to be on board with the whiteboard.
I'm cool with the whiteboard because it has black ink to get the message across.
Let's get right to it then, Professor, shall we? Le'Veon Bell's former teammates, they didn't waste time cleaning out his locker. They actually stole his cleats, which is kind of wild. Le'Veon didn't show up in Pittsburgh by the deadline, which means he won't play for the Steelers this season or any team, and he won't collect any of his $14.5 million salary. Marty, Le'Veon's clearly betting on himself and betting on a big contract, but what grade do you give him for his decision to sit out this year?
Oh, I thought I was coming up with the headline for this. Okay, so...
Well, you're a professor. Your professors don't come up with headlines.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I do give them stuff to do their theses on. So for this, I'll give Le'Veon a B. And that's because he didn't make enough public appearances. If you want to go big like this, you got to make sure they see you while you're doing your thing. But I think he made a smart decision. 8 games left or whatever is left in the season. It's not really worth the reward is not worth the risk, so you might as well, you set out this long, you might as well finish the job. So I think he's sticking to his guns and he's doing a great job.
Any like reservation if you're another team or hesitation on signing him next year if he did this year?
Nope, because we know that he's going to be healthy, he's going to be right, and he's going to have something to prove. And you always want to get a player when they have something to prove.
How about Professor James, the grade for the Steelers? How about the Steelers and all this?
Well, before I answer your question, I just want to say that Le'Veon is kind of like Drake when he doesn't show up to these award shows. It's like, yeah, you miss him, and the show went on, but his absence was felt. So at the end of the day, he's winning. So I give Le'Veon a D for Drake. But that's not what you asked.
No.
You asked me about the Steelers. So I'm going to give the Steelers, I'm going to give them a B because, you know what? They've kept it together, B, and I also gave them a B because the Steelers are like going to a New Edition concert when Bobby Brown doesn't show up, you know? Because it's like you're getting a show, you're getting your money's worth, but you miss Bobby. But you know what? The show went on. And hey, Steelers, I salute you because the show has gone on. Even though Bobby's not there and we miss Bobby and his dancing, you're still going out there and you're doing your thing.
Strong B's from the professors here. Marty, your former team scored some vindication last Sunday night.
Which team?
The Dallas Cowboys, when Zeke looked like his old running self, running wild, and the Cowboys held on to upset the Eagles 27-20, pulling within 2 games of the Washington football team. Marty, did the Cowboys do enough to impress you, grade their brief turnaround?
I just want to know why this is an upset. The Eagles, it's not an upset.
Defending Super Bowl champ in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's not an upset. This is not an upset. This is a clash of...
It's mediocrity. Just mediocrity on display.
I mean, they played a good game. Zeke did some good things. I would give them, I'll give them a C+. I want to see them beat a stronger team. I want to see them do it again.
You still think the Cowboys are America's team? What grade do you give them?
The Eagles are a terrible tackling team.
I think the Cowboys are more of America's team than they've ever been before because it's looking bad. And, yeah, there's signs. There's signs. There was a good midterm, right? It looks like there's some brightness in the future, but at the time, at the present moment, it's all bad, man.
Yeah, they are America's team.
They are America's
That's right. Well, what's going on? What's going on in Philly?
It has been bad, though.
The defending champs not only lost at home to the Cowboys to fall to 4-5, but the Birds have the toughest remaining schedule of any team in the National Football League, including against the Saints this Sunday down in New Orleans. Marty, what grade do you give to your brother's team right now?
I give them...
So they're a bad tackling team.
A D-.
Oof.
Because that D is not tackling. And they got to tackle better, man. There's so many plays. The plays keep going on. There was a big hit across the middle. They're not wrapping it up. They're not finishing the tackles. They're not closing their eyes. They just got to tackle better. If they tackle better, this team will be in a different position right now. So
Don't your brother play defense?
Yeah, but that be tackling.
Straight up.
Good news for the Rams. They get a home game rather than having to travel down to Mexico. Bad news, they lost one of their best players. Receiver KUPP went down for the season in last week's win over Seattle. They're 9-1. They've kind of lost some of their shine. Marty, what grade do you give the Rams, and coming back to LA on Monday night.
I give them an A+. Because they're still doing their thing. Like they've been, I don't think they lost any of the shine. It's just that when you're the best team on the market, everyone gives you the best shot. Now you have that target on your back. It's different for Rams because the Rams fans have never really had the target on their back. But right now, everyone's going to give you your best game. And they've been able to withstand some of people's best game. I mean, you got the Packers giving them the best games. You have people, everyone that coming this week that want to beat the Rams. Like the same way people play the Patriots. They want to beat the Patriots. Now, on the West Coast, you want to beat the Rams.
Prime time and the whole
Seattle
thing.
was the same way at one point in time. The tides are turning over here, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Does the loss of Cooper Kupp, though, hurt a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose a good player, it hurts. But, you know, they got so many weapons over there, you know, it's crazy.
Grade the chances, or our chances maybe of getting free tickets on Monday night to go to the game here in L.A. You think we'll have a shot?
Our chances of getting free tickets?
Is that what y'all really want?
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the game on Monday
I can make
night.
a phone call.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. You guys are rolling on that, right? You guys are
I'll
rolling?
see what I can do.
I was going to say F, but then he said he can make a phone call.
All right, so you're saying there's a chance.
Well, it might not be a chance because a couple of weeks ago you went to the Rams facility with one of your pals and he wore a Vikings jersey there. So they might not want you there right now.
That's a good point. About the only good thing for the Raiders, well, that's securing the #1 pick in next year's NFL draft. Oakland fell to a league worst 1-8. Owner Mark Davis and his silly haircut says blame him and not Coach John Gruden for them being terrible and trading away all their best players. Marty, do you give a failing grade for John Gruden in Oakland?
Yeah, if I was a teacher and this was a 100-point grading system, I would give him an 18.
What?
They're 1-8. That's the correlation.
What do you make of the whole situation there? Do you believe the owner when he says it's his fault and not Gruden's fault?
One thing I learned as a black man, never believe the owner.
Nah, let that sit.
Hey, yeah, you be like, hey, these working conditions out here on this field ain't great. Oh yeah, we're gonna take care of it. We got this guy who's making the cotton gin. You all gonna get to use it. Then no one ever sees the cotton gin. That's crazy. So I don't trust the owner. He's doing the best thing he can to save face for a decision that he made, a business decision that he made. They may not go right, so he doesn't want all the flack to come down on the person that he paid in that decision. So there's nothing that we could do to the owner because he has all the money and it's his team, so he could do whatever. So he could take an extra pressure that Gruden doesn't have to take. So therefore, it's just him being a boss and just saying, like, look, to shoot at me. I'm a billionaire. I'm somewhere, anywhere. I'm probably on my yacht while y'all talking bad about me drinking tea and eating crumpets, which is look like what Mark Davis does. Actually, he's like a Twinkie guy. He probably eating Twinkies and hot chocolate.
What?
I like hot chocolate. Hot chocolate makes me happier.
Can I offer my conspiracy?
Yeah, please do.
I think the culture of Oakland is negatively impacting the Raiders. What do they do in Oakland? They go dumb. What are they doing on the field? Going dumb. What do they do in Oakland? They ghost ride the whip. What is ghost riding the whip? You get out of your car and let the car drive itself while you act stupid outside the car. I think Mark Davis is ghost owning the Raiders. I think he's outside of there doing and just letting the team just do it.
Well, no, I agree with you, but
I think he's just out there just.
I agree with you, but I would say this. This is what I'm thinking. I think when they ghost ride in the whip, the players have gotten out of the whip, and only Gruden is in that like, hey, what y'all doing? Because he don't know what the hell it means to ghost ride the whip. He's just the only person still in the car. It's like, hey, guys, we're still trying to
work the navigation to the car. Yeah,
yeah, so I agree with you.